Hello and welcome to Vivanista's High Five. Today we're going to focus on 5 of our favorite Chardonnays from around the world. And thanks to Google Earth technology, we're actually going to be able to take you to those wineries. First up, we're going to go to California and the famous Napa Valley. We selected the Rumbauer Chardonnay as our first to showcase. Why? Because the Rumbauer Chardonnay is big, buttery, and the quintessential California-style Chardonnay. The Rumbauer winery itself can be found at the northern end of the Napa Valley, which is about 30 miles long, even though most of the Chardonnay grapes are grown at the southern end, where the climate is much cooler. The Napa Valley has noteworthy towns such as St. Helena, Rutherford, Yountville, known for the French Laundry restaurant and our favorite home store, Masonry, and the Napa Valley is anchored in the south by the town of Napa. Now we move up to the Columbia Valley that straddles the Columbia River in Oregon and Washington. And Columbia Crest Winery is found in the state of Washington and produces a really nice, toasty, value-priced Chardonnay. Eastern Washington would basically be a desert if it weren't for irrigation coming from the Columbia River. As we move west towards the ocean, other noteworthy towns are Hood River, known for windsurfing, and to the west of the Cascade Mountains, the largest town on the Columbia River is Portland, Oregon. Moving now to the southern hemisphere, we go to Argentina, which is the 5th largest grape growing country in the world. Catina Winery is in the Mendoza region and is known for its Malbec wine, but it also produces a great Chardonnay. And one of the reasons for the distinction of flavor is that some of the vineyards are found as high as 5,000 feet into the Andes Mountains. Staying in the southern hemisphere, we move now over to Australia, to Leeuwin Estates, which produces a very elegant Chardonnay. The art series is noteworthy because different artists actually design the labels for different vintages. Leeuwin Estates is found in the Margaret River region, which has an interesting climate due to being surrounded by the sea on 3 sides. Margaret River is about 4 hours south of the town of Perth, Australia, which is well known as a sailing capital of the world. Moving back to the northern hemisphere, across Saudi Arabia and into Europe, we go to Burgundy, to the Côte d'Or, to the town of Beaune. Louis Jadot produces a great value-priced Chardonnay called Macon Village that can be found pretty much everywhere. And we like it because it's tasty and it's cheap. The Côte d'Or is a 30-mile-long escarpment known for the Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes, and it's anchored in the north by Dijon, France. Well worth a special trip on your next trip over to Paris. And that pretty much does it for our wine tour today. So thank you so much for your participation, and come back again for Vivanista's next High Five.